I love money. Every time I'm wearing my Reservoir Dogs drip t-shirt made by Makey Maxie's, I feel a little bit more like a boss. But hey, I meant what I said in the beginning there. I love money. Money is a good thing. Money is this amazing energy force. Having more of it allows you to do more things that you want to do, gives you more opportunity to experience new things. Generosity is a huge thing. Having more money, you can be even more generous. Having more of it can cause less stress. It certainly, studies have been done, it is a contributing factor to happiness. It helps, let's be real. Might not be the end all be all, it may make up only a sliver of what contributes to overall happiness, but it's on there, it helps. One of the things I love too is sleep money. That's money you make while you sleep, right? And because you are in drip, you're getting that sleep money. I know that we've been in this accumulation phase, for a while now, so it's not like a lot of us have had a chance to really dip into that, but that's coming. It is coming, folks. We are right around the corner from it. I think just looking at like the garden alone, you know what I mean? Like I have a lot of plans for what I'm going to do with those LP tokens, but I may decide, to spend a little since it's drip BUSD. I'll keep the drip, right? When I harvest them, I'll keep the drip, because you break them apart. You break up the LP token, keep the drip, deposit it in the faucet, and go have some fun with some BUSD. But here's the thing about money. The desire for it can kind of mess with your mind. There's a concept called destination addiction. All right, destination addiction. And it basically has to do with kind of a statement like this. I'll start having fun when I get more money. I'll be happier when I get more money. I'll have more time for that thing when I get more money. My advice to all of you is to try and identify when you're doing that. And I'm sure a lot of us, we've been doing that just based on the Animal Farm, waiting for that to unpause and thinking, oh, I'll start doing XYZ when the price of drip goes up, and in October and November will be amazing. Just be careful of that, because this would apply, in terms of to attract more money. Okay, so keep in mind, right? I'm not trying to be totally all spiritually righteous Zen Buddha here. Like these are kind of mindset hacks, right? To attract more money into your life. And what I found is that when I'm in that kind of destination addiction, like it will get good when this happens. First of all, I'm a lot more stressed out, right? And I'm sort of chasing something. And then ultimately when I get it, it's not the effects of it in terms of what I'm thinking that I'm going to get out of it. Those effects go away really quick. And then I'm thinking about the next destination, right? That will, when I get to, will then actually make me happy, right? It's like this wheel, right? And it's never enough. It's never enough. I've worked with clients, I'm talking high net worth individuals. In our, work together, it's really, you uncover that they're in that mindset, right? That nothing is ever enough. When I've gotten these clients, I mean, they're in such a state of depression, borderline like suicidal. And one of the things that they tell me, they've admitted that they've battled with depression most of their life. And a lot of them didn't come from money. They were kind of self-made. They were like, when I wasn't making a lot, this is what they would say. When I wasn't making a lot of money, I was still depressed, but it wasn't as bad because at least then I could think to myself, well, if I'm making more money, I won't be depressed. If I'm able to buy that car, I won't be depressed. And so there was at least something to shoot for, right? And so when I've worked with these individuals doing some coaching stuff, they would say like, I have every toy you could think of, the cars, the nice house, like everything, and I'm still miserable. But there was a stat, I live in LA, right? And so there's an area of LA, Manhattan Beach, which is really nice. Kind of a lot of high net worth individuals will live there. And the suicide rate, when you compared it to the neighboring areas, including like you get into Torrance, where it's certainly not as nice, the suicide rate was much higher in Manhattan Beach. Executives and people with tons of money, were committing suicide. This was like a year ago that I read this. So that's why I keep saying, work on the gratitude piece right now. Feel like you're rich and happy right now. You'll be more in an abundance mindset, which then will help you receive more money. And then when you actually get the money, you're already in a place of gratitude. I mean, look, gratitude, I think, is like the most important expression on the planet, and love, of course, but just bear with me. But when I'm really living in gratitude, and I can look back on, different times during the year where I'm like, oh yeah, I was really I was in gratitude. I was a lot happier. Things were coming to me easier. I was making more money. I mean, I've really analyzed a lot of my life, right? To look at what works and what doesn't. And what I have found is when I'm in gratitude, stuff comes to me with like an ease. I'm certainly much happier. So, and it's two things, right? Like, it's being grateful for the stuff that I already have, right? That is so important. Hear me out. If you want to make more money, be grateful for what you have right now. I'm not one to as you guys can see, I'm not one of these, oh, money's the root of all evil. That bullshit. There's truth to that, but come on, let's drop our righteousness away for a second here. Money is amazing. And if you want to make more of it, be grateful. And here's another thing. This is something, when I started doing this, I really noticed a change. And I think I may have mentioned this on another video, but be grateful for something that you don't even have yet. Like, visualize the areas of your life that you want to improve. So if the finances are one of the areas where you really want to have more finances, think about it. Get real specific, how much that is, how much you're making, what your monthly income is, or weekly, however you want to do it, and get it real specific, and then be grateful for it before it's even happened. I know that may sound a little woo-woo, but you guys know me by now, I'm pretty woo-woo. But look at this, man. Do you notice the hair today? Yeah, that's ocean hair. That's why it looks so good. I swear, the best stylist ever is when I get out of the ocean, and just kind of with my fingers, go the hair back, and then drive, with the wind, when the wind going, it's no stylist can make it look this good. Look at this, man. I could probably lighten it up a little bit though, you know what I mean? Do a little frosted tips, Backstreet Boys circa 1998. That's a good look. I might go with that. It's Friday, middle of the day, and I'm surfing. That's what I did earlier. I got sand on my feet here. I'm barefoot. I got my swim trunks on, and I was getting paid through the Drip network and a few other things, but I was getting paid to surf. I think that might make me a professional surfer, theoretically. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Hey, real quick, sorry, I just went on a whole tangent here. Let me just quickly, I want to show you guys, we'll take a look at the Bitcoin chart. So you guys know that, I'm in the camp that I think, I do think Bitcoin's going to go lower. Obviously, the fact that more and more people think that makes me think that maybe it won't, and I'm hoping that it won't. Part of me kind of wants it to, though, just because I think everything will be on such a discount. But I just wanted to quickly look at the chart here, because in terms of so in between here and here, we have, this has kind of been an area of support for Bitcoin, right? Obviously it tapped the 1750 area, right? And then comes up, and it's just, so it's been coming back down to it and then going up. When you have identified an area of support, all right, and we're talking about, it's touched this area 1, 2, 3, and now 4 times. The more and more you touch an area of support or resistance, the weaker that support or that resistance gets. So this works to the upside as well. Say in this range, but that's Look at that, that's not a lot, right? I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, which is decent, but there's more to the downside, right? So this support, you could argue, is getting weaker. And usually, I mean, after 4 times of retesting it, eventually it's going to break. Because either that or this thing has bottomed here and we go to the moon. And we would need to break this trend line here and we'd be off to the races. But if that doesn't happen, I eventually it's going to fall through this here. So, you know, we've talked about this. Just be prepared. The market could get ugly. Binance is holding up pretty well right now, which is nice to see. But Drip has just been, I mean, a beast. You know, with the markets the way they are and just holding at this price. And you know something else too, the last time Drip, you know, had a run up, you know, Binance was like, what, 400, 500? I mean, at one point, I think it got up to 6 or 7. I have to look back, you know, but the fact that this has been holding out with Binance below 300, you know, I think it just speaks to the strength of it. So I'm certainly excited about it. And make sure you get your dogs crediting. It's a couple clicks, very simple. If you want to know what I'm doing, I did all just single dogs. Like I didn't have any of the I didn't want any of the LPs. I just want to do the single staking dogs and that auto compounding and earn BNB. It's, you know, it's a long-term kind of play. Just like with the pig pen is a long-term look, right? Because it's not going to be like, you know, a ton of money just getting pumped in every day. I mean, it's, you know, it's going to take a little while for that to build up. But I've done a whole video on being an owner, and I think that actually ties a little bit into what we were just talking about. Generating more money, good thing. Make as much money as you possibly can. Make sure you all are donating to something. You ask any wealthy person, they will all say giving allows you to receive more, the way the energy works. And yes, I get that donating helps with taxes too, but I have a lot of different places that I donate to every single month, and I don't really keep track to send. I mean, it's not huge amounts, but you know, it's what I can do, right? And so if you haven't donated anything, even if you don't think you can afford it, do it anyway. That would be my suggestion. It sends a signal, you know, to the universe. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's actually 100% true, and I have like actual proof. Hey, if you got anything from this, please, like, if you could comment down below and let me know what you think. I didn't even know what I was going to talk about today, and I just kind of went on a tangent, and I got very woo-woo with you guys, and I know some of you like that. But let me know what you think. And remember, this is not financial advice. I am not an expert, right? Do not take financial advice from a guy on YouTube. I do think it's important to be generous with what you have and to be extremely grateful for what you have. And working on those things, my experience and working with other people allows you to have more, helps generate more income. Yeah, let me know what you think of this. Like the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. It goes a long way for the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. All right, that's it for today. I'll catch you guys on the next one.